suffered under the reign of this terror. So today, we're going to move forward, and we're going to use every tool and resource, every investigative opportunity we have, every best evidence practice, and also every tool we can in healing these families in this community.
So that was the San Joaquin County District Attorney just hours ago speaking about the Stockton serial killer investigation. The prime suspect, he made his appearance in court today. We appreciate you tuning in here at 6:30. This is To the Point, and I'm Alex Bell. So if you want more from your local news, you are definitely in the right place. Now, on this show, we spend more time focusing on stories that affect us all. And we know that all of you have a lot of questions about this investigation that has gripped Stockton and, quite frankly, the entire nation. So I want to go ahead and bring in Van, too, to help break down everything that happened. Van, first, what charges have been brought against Wesley Brownlee? Because some additional ones, they were actually announced today.
Yeah, Alex, Brownlee is facing 3 murder charges with special circumstances. Because Brownlee was a felon at the time of these alleged crimes and faces multiple murder enhancements, he faces a minimum sentence of life in prison without possibility of parole and a maximum sentence of death. So, Alex, this is a capital punishment case. And in court today, Brownlee said yes, he understood the charges that are levied against him. Now, to clarify, there are 7 known shootings in Stockton and Oakland that have been interconnected through ballistics. But as of today, prosecutors say they believe they have enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that through additional cell phone records and video that Brownlee was responsible for at least 3 killings. He's charged today with the shooting deaths of 21-year-old Jonathan Rodriguez Hernandez, 52-year-old Juan Cruz, and 54-year-old Lawrence Lopez, and that the same gun was used in these 3 homicides.
And what about the 4 other shootings? Did they have any information or linked evidence to any of those?
So prosecutors made it clear that this is not the end of this investigation. For the other 4 shootings, including that first one where a woman had survived, evidence is still being processed, and investigators are still asking the community to share information so they can continue building their legal case. Now, Brownlee is back in court on November 14th, and that's when we can also expect more charges.
And I want to take a look at this gun right here. Take a look at your screen. When Brownlee was arrested this weekend, police say he had this gun right here on him. They shared this photo of it, and police say that they likely stopped him mid-hunt from his next victim. So, Van, what do we know about this gun? Is this the murder weapon?
In court today, this was newly revealed. It was announced that a ghost gun was used in these 3 killings that Brownlee is facing charges. So prosecutors described the gun as a polymer, but when it comes to saying if the gun that was on Wesley at the time of his arrest, if that is the murder weapon, police say that is still under investigation.
And we also have been hearing a lot of questions about ballistics and just how these shootings are connected. Do we have any new details on that front?
So federal investigators with the ATF are working with Stockton police, and the evidence was submitted to the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. That technology allows investigators to connect shootings that appear to be isolated.
And what else do we know about Brownlee, Van?
Okay, so prosecutors say Brownlee is a truck driver and lives in Stockton, and he has a few family members living in Stockton. I've been digging through documents as well. So what you're seeing now is a form for an LLC for a transportation business in Indiana early this year. The address on this document is listed in Stockton, and get this, it's the same address for the apartment complex where one of the victims, Jonathan Rodriguez Hernandez, was killed. We also reached out for a jailhouse interview with Brownlee, but he declined our request, Alex.
And this must be just, extremely difficult for the families. Can you share anything at all about how they're feeling today?
Right. We can only imagine what this is like for them. It's a lot to process. So we did speak to Lawrence Lopez's mother and his son outside of court today, and they are expressing gratitude.
It's been hard on the family.
Thank you, Chief, for everything that you meant to our family.
It's devastating. It's just devastating. What happens next? How do we move forward?
Well, investigators say really old-fashioned police work and community tips, hundreds of them, really brought this to a rapid arrest. But police are still working around the clock to secure evidence that can be used in court. And one more thing to add, Alex, due to a public safety risk and the severity of these charges, Brownlee is also being held without bail.